Hey, everybody. This is a quite different episode of Technical Explanation Show because it's not an episode of Technical Explanation Show. This is a joint podcast with Wrestling Philosophy and Technical Explanation Show. And if you don't know, both of us, we work for Ohio Mat Media. So it's our job to cover as much of Ohio as possible. So today, we thought it'd be pretty cool to blend the two together, get the two different perspectives, and just have a conversation about wrestling because that's what everyone's here for. So, how you doing, man?
I'm good. Bryce, thanks for doing this. I know it's been a long time coming, and you bring such a unique perspective to the podcast and to the wrestling world. And so from my view, what I wanted to do was I kind of want to just talk with you, but I also want to interview you because you do all the interviewing. And I think your story is worthy of telling too. So we're just going to chat, like you said, two podcasts combined, all rolling up under one umbrella.
Yeah, and who knows where we'll end, but I know that there's going to be some nuggets in there. So
yeah, no doubt, no doubt. So let's do this, if you don't mind. I want to know a little bit more about you and your role with the OAC. Okay, so you're busy. You just got done talking to me off camera about you just moved into a new place. You got the new studio set up there. There's birthdays going on. And then obviously the Ohio Athletic Committee state tournaments, the junior high, and then you just wrapped up the grade school. You guys are incredibly busy, and I've been involved with the organization too. Why don't we start with your role with the organization and then just see where it goes?
Yeah, I'm not an employee. It's funny. A lot of people think I am. I get called Jude a lot too. A lot of people think I'm my dad, but I'm a 1099 guy. And I just work wherever Jared needs me. Usually that's being a district rep, or then when we get to the state tournaments too. I've kind of transitioned into working more with the officials because I just became an official for the second time this right before this past season. And my goal is just to make sure that we get good officials, go to the events, get feedback from the officials, and just make sure that at our events, we have the best officials that we can possibly have, because we understand that that's a big deal. These matches, Tom Ryan and Tom and Terry Brands aren't in the bleachers giving out scholarships or anything, but you might think they were by how some of the parents and coaches react. So the better officials that we can have, the better event we can have. And, since the OAC started, when those 5 or 7 guys had this crazy idea to try to promote youth wrestling to make high school wrestling better, it's always been about the quality of the event and the branding and doing the little things right. And I think that's what separates the OAC. I think that's why the people come every year to wrestle, and it has so much hype around it, is that the OAC really finds people in the wrestling world that know what they're doing and they do something really well, and they just let them do it. And when we all come together and do that, it's really, really cool. One of the coolest things is OAC just wrapped up their season now. So I probably won't see some of these guys again until for like almost a year. I'll see them in Youngstown again, and we'll pick up right like that. I might not see some of these officials that I've been working with and working alongside of until that first whistle of next season when I get to coach. But we'll pick up right like that. And that's what wrestling is. It's a family. And that's why I can have a conversation with you like this. We've met in person a couple of times, but we never really did formal handshakes or anything. You know what I mean? It was all during COVID or right before it. So it's just pretty amazing when you take that perspective and just look at how fortunate we are to have the sport and what it gives us, what it's given us, and what it continues to give us.
So to be clear, Jude is your father.
Yes. And sometimes I'll admit that. Other times I won't. Probably on camera, it wasn't the best time to admit it, but yeah, you get mixed reactions.
And Jared is your cousin.
Yeah, Jared's my first cousin. We're pretty close in age. He has a brother we're only 2 months apart, but Jared was captured his 4th title in high school my freshman year. So we only had 1 year wrestling together, but we had many years wrestling on our grandparents' carpets in front of the TV after mass every Sunday, because that was what my family and his family would do. We go to mass, go over there, hang out, fight, cause trouble. So it's a close family, and very blessed to even be able to call them relatives, let alone friends.
And Jude Roth, your dad, was the coach.
Yeah, he was the coach at Sandusky St. Mary Central Catholic. I should know this. I think it was like 22 years, I think.